Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with the toy room, and I'm filming this intro from the beautiful Central Park in New York City. It is such a gorgeous day out. You could not have asked for a better day. But we're not here for a nature forecast or even a tour of Central Park. We are here to take a tour of the Nintendo store in New York City. You guys know every time that I come to New York, I always have to check out the Nintendo store. So today's going to be a tour for July 1st, 2024, which is crazy that we're already in July. Wow, the year's already halfway done, or more than halfway done at this point. So yeah, absolutely crazy. But I had to film this intro here because right outside of the Nintendo store they had construction. All you hear is drills and trucks and everything. So I'm filming the intro here, but we're gonna go to the Nintendo store and I'm gonna do a voiceover because inside the store is pretty loud as well, so it was kind of hard to hear everything. So a voiceover for that intro in Central Park. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the Nintendo store tour for July 2024.
Alright you guys, so here is the front entrance of the store, and they have a brand new display for Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, which just came out the day before I was there. They had a big event. Unfortunately, I missed the event, but they have this really awesome display, and I just love the creepy attention to detail. Really puts me in the Halloween vibes. But I love how you have all the cobwebs and the knight in shining armor that's kind of like weathered, and you have the old piano and just all these little like callbacks and Easter eggs to the game. I think that looks really cool, and it's such a good display, and probably one of the better displays that I've seen the last couple times I've been to the Nintendo store in the last few years, I would say, in my opinion. And then over here you have these kind of almost like home decor, like kitchen type of stuff with candles, plates, spoons. I think there's some towels on the other end as well. So really cool if you want to decorate your kitchen in sort of, you know, Nintendo Mario-esque decor without being really too over the top. I like how kind of subtle they are. They're just like little logos and stuff. It's not really too in your face, which is very nice. This is just your normal Super Mario Bros. 3 shirt that I believe has been there for years. A lot of this clothing we've seen before. Just really not too much new as far as clothing goes. I mean, there's shirts that have been there for, I mean, literal years, like over 5 years. They kind of sell the same merch as far as clothes go. But as far as like hats and stuff, like some of this stuff is pretty new. I like this racing jacket right here from Mario Kart. I think that's really cool. And then you have this kind of just white and gray t-shirt, but this jacket right here has a lot of details, especially on the inside. Just all the different Mario Kart logos. I thought that was really cool. Kind of gave me those like NASCAR jacket type of vibes. And then you just have this really clean and simple Mario Brothers, obviously the original Mario's Brothers sweater with the kind of font from the game as well. So that's pretty cool. And then nothing really too crazy here, but you do have a couple of switches on display that you can play. But you have a lot more switches upstairs once we get to the actual like demo section. There's just a whole bunch of switches on display there for everybody to test out. But going through the rest of the store, we have some more plushies. So you got every color of Yoshi you can imagine. And then you have the Nintendo Switch Online stuff, which it's kind of funny that they have this stuff promoted, but you can never find this stuff in stock anywhere, especially that Nintendo 64 controller. But you have that, and then like I said, just a lot of like generic clothing that's pretty much been here several times before, so that stuff doesn't really change. But you do have these really cool like little lamps and kind of like light displays, which are awesome. Then you're just normal board games and other kind of little random advertisements there. But I do like this Yoshi shirt. This is new. I like just that it's orange and it's very bright and vibrant. I like that. And then you have a Luigi shirt as well that's kind of done in that same style. And then just a couple other generic shirts. But this is a good place to get merch if you do want to visit Super Nintendo World, whether it's in Universal in California or in Universal that's going to be opening up soon in Florida. And then of course you have Universal Japan as well. And then you have all these different variations of Joy-Cons, just so many different colors, so many different variations. And then you have the special edition consoles, which I still really want that Legend of Zelda console. I mean, it is just beautiful. And then you just have your standard Switch, your Switch OLED, and then your Switch OLED again, just done in the normal colors. Then you have the different variations of the Switch Lite, which the Coral is still very underrated in my opinion. And then you just have a bunch of other random stuff, advertisements for the Super Mario Brothers movie that came out with some sort of like coloring books and sticker packs, and then just your generic toys that you can find pretty much anywhere. And then you have a lot of games that you can buy downstairs as well. And then moving on, nothing really too new over here. Like I said, it's a lot of the clothing that we've seen before, especially those shirts that you just see on the right side of your screen there. But this is always one of my favorite things to check out, and it's just a Donkey Kong barrel with a couple power strips. But just the way that they incorporated power strips into the barrel to have like a charging station is awesome. And then of course you have the iconic Bowser busting through the side of the staircase right there. Very classic as always. Now we're going to go ahead and make our way up the stairs, but before we actually continue up the stairs, we have a nice display of Toad and Luigi. Nothing's changed here, but they're always really great to look at, so I love looking at those guys. Let's go ahead and move up the stairs, and as we move up the stairs, we have these panels here that just have a couple different like Mario characters. It's always something different depending on what the current relevant game is, so you have those guys right there. And then as we get up, you can see some of the new Mario Lego sets, which is just awesome, and I can't wait for the brand new Legend of Zelda Lego sets to come out. But we've reviewed this NES on the channel before. If you guys haven't seen that already, check it out. Then you have the, I wouldn't really call it new, it's already been out for a few months, but you do have that giant size Bowser. And like I said, there are Legend of Zelda Lego sets coming out that I cannot be any more excited for. I cannot wait to see how those look when they are finally out. Couple more home decor stuff right over there, and then we'll move on over this way to the iconic Mario on the flagpole, which again has always been here, but it's just really great to see every time we come here. Now this was here last time and they still have it on display, and that's from Tears of the Kingdom. This really awesome statue of Link right there. His arm is actually glowing, so that's really cool. But again, that was there last time, so nothing new there. You got these really cool Legend of Zelda sweats right there, and they actually are really soft, and I like this Breath of the Wild t-shirt, but again, I think that's been there for a few years. You have some plushies and pillows, which have all been there, so really not like a ton of new merch, which was a little disappointing. I would like to see like kind of new merch, but it is what it is. You have the Breath of the Wild Champion Edition right here, which is just the game with like a strategy guide and some extra artwork and stuff. Not really worth the money in my opinion, but really cool for collectors. You have this really sick Metroid Dread statue. I mean, this thing looked amazing. Really awesome details right there, so really big fan of that. It is $100. It is a bit pricey, but in the vein of statues, I wouldn't say it's really overpriced. It's pretty much right in line as where it should be for that size and quality of a statue. Ton of Kirby merch, just a lot of plushies, not really like anything, I don't know, not really anything too special. And then more Legend of Zelda pillows and kind of like just decorative pillows, and then just other random like strategy guys, mangas, and then just, you know, nothing that really caught my eye, unfortunately. You do have a lot of new Pikmin clothing. I don't recall seeing this, and you have the keychains as well. I don't recall seeing much of this Pikmin stuff, at least the last time I was there, and these weren't for sale, I don't believe, but they were really cool on display. And then again, just more pillows and stuff. A lot of pillows and plushes. That's pretty much like the bulk of the merch is pillows, plushes, and t-shirts, really. Really cool little like pullover sweater right there, and some t-shirts, and then we have some Animal Crossing stuff as well. Again, nothing too crazy right there. We'll make our way around this way, and they actually had this really cool Metroid sweater that actually had like the NES style artwork for the Metroid, which was awesome. And then you have this, which I just love how clean and simple this is. It's just orange with kind of that NES style Metroid, but it was really soft, and I just like how it was orange and just the clean aesthetic of it. A lot of Splatoon merch, just plushies, t-shirts, again, kind of the same stuff we've all seen before. But if you guys haven't seen any of my previous videos, and this is all new to you, so I did want to at least show it off in case you are new here. But we'll go ahead and make our way around. You have the register right here, which they had tons of copies of the Luigi's Mansion 2 HD remake that just recently came out, like I said, the day before, and some more of that home decor stuff. Those were kind of like cardigans that you can wear around the house. And then moving over to the Pokemon section, not really anything exciting with plush, but I did like seeing the Lugia plush. It's just not a character that you really see too many stuff made out of, so that was really nice to see. The rest of them were kind of generic, and you know, you see them all the time. Moving over this way, we have some pretty cool shirts and some more plushes. Of course, I'm going to sound repetitive, but a lot of it is just plushies and shirts, man. But anyways, moving on, you do have this kind of like Squishmallow knockoff type of stuff right here, so those are kind of interesting to see. And then just more like home kitchen decor type of stuff, not really decor, but actual stuff that you can use in the kitchen to kind of make cookies and whatnot. And then you have this really cool Team Fire t-shirt, which I only saw like Team Fire. I didn't see like grass or water anywhere, but that was really cool. Kind of gave me some Avatar vibes. Again, more plushies. I would imagine they have all 151, maybe not all in the store at the same time, but they have all 151 original Pokemon that you can collect, would be my assumption. Then you just have some board games and stuff that you can find in your normal like Targets and Walmarts. Nothing too crazy right there. And then you have again more plushies, more t-shirts. Kind of interesting collection of characters on that t-shirt. I do like this t-shirt, or this sweater right here. That I just like the colors on it. I thought that was pretty cool. Moving over this way, you got some Pokemon cards that you can get, some booster packs, and then as we work our way around, we're gonna get into the Pikachu statue, which has always been here. They just kind of move it around from time to time, but here he is, looking awesome, sitting on top of the Pokeball there. So really cool. Great photo op right there. And again, more plushies galore. Just plushies as far as I can see in the store. I think they need more variety as far as like what they actually offer, just in terms of merch. I just feel like they need more. You got this really cool statue here of Blastoise, $300, which is a bit pricey, but I mean, it is pretty epic, pretty big. And you have these Pokeball replicas, which they open up. I believe they light up as well. And really cool how you can display them kind of in the box like that. $100 is a bit pricey, but you do have plush versions available as well if you didn't want to go the actual like replica route. And then we are going to move over to the right here, and this is always my favorite thing to look at, is the kind of history of Nintendo consoles and handhelds, going through all the different variations, all the way from the original trading cards, or kind of like a solitaire almost esque cards, all the way up to consoles, because Nintendo started out as like a card making company and then worked their way into consoles. So we have everything here from the NES, and it goes all the way through. So you have the Zapper there with the NES, you have the Rob the Robot accessory there that was for the NES, you have my favorite console of all time, the Super Nintendo. And then moving on, you have the Virtual Boy, and it does go in chronological order. So going from the Virtual Boy, you do have the Nintendo 64. I always found it weird that they have the black controller instead of the gray controller, which came default with the black console. But anyways, and then I also found it weird that the GameCube, they always have the black console. Just with me, I think the GameCube is being synonymous with the indigo color. I would just put that on display if it was me. But you have the Wii U, and of course where we are now with the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch Lite, and the Nintendo Switch OLED. So just really good history of the Nintendo home consoles right there. But then let's go ahead and go to the other side, and then we have Nintendo's handhelds, which I know the Switch can kind of be looked at as a handheld and a home console, so it's kind of could be in both cases if you ask me. But you have everything from the Game & Watches over to the Game Boys, the regular Game Boys, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Lights, Game Boy Pockets, Nintendo DS's, DS Lights, all the different variations. And it's crazy because there are so many special editions and variants of these handhelds. It would be nice to see all of them on display, but I don't think they have enough space for that. So they just kind of have, you know, little bits and pieces of, you know, special edition consoles right here. It's kind of intriguing on like how they pick which ones they're going to put on display. But you have a bunch of Zelda consoles, Mario consoles, Nintendogs consoles. My favorite ones are these two Game Boy SP Pokemon Edition with Charizard and Venusaur. I think those are really cool. But moving on here, this is another one of my favorite things to see, and it's just because you don't really see this in a lot of stores nowadays. Actually, let's pivot really quickly because something just caught my eye, and it was this Team Rocket apparel here that I didn't notice before. We have this Team Rocket kind of like vest here. I think that is just sick. You have the hats, and you have little like sweaters, and wow, you could really go like with the whole Team Rocket outfit. I just thought those were really cool. But as I was saying, like, you don't really see a lot of this in stores nowadays, and that's like just demo units and displays where you can just play and test out different games, and they have a whole bunch of them, so you can play, you know, in this little screen right here on the actual Switch console itself, or you can play on this massive screen. I don't even know the size of it. It's probably like an 80-inch screen if I had to guess. So you got some guys demoing the new Luigi's Mansion 2 HD right there, and you have a couple of promotional just posters, or kind of like cutouts, not even really posters, but backdrops that you can take pictures on, some balloons left over from the event that happened the day before, and then you have these little bricks here on the floor, the question mark bricks and whatnot. And then you have the screen here displaying the new Paper Mario remake, and you have it's not really a screen. I don't know how to explain it because you can see right through it. You can see the buildings and the windows, you know, right outside of there. I don't really know how to explain what it is. But there you go. There is the tour of the Nintendo store in New York City for July 1st. I know I'm late uploading this. I had an injury, so I'm just kind of here now and late to the upload. But there it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Stay tuned for more. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.